Okay, so this is a little bit of impromptu bee checkup. I originally had this box on backwards, so that the front entrance was facing back, and that wouldn't be good for them and their plans of escape. So what you can see here is that the food that I brought them on the weekend was greatly appreciated. So they're making a weird purring noise, so I'm going to get the lid back on them. But this is one of 4 hives that I found in this condition of frantically consuming food. So they could just be opportunistic feeders, or they could feel that their stores are insufficient. We'll find out. But it is the 13th of November, and we are in the interlake, and hopefully the bees are sneeping. Okay, that's a lie. I know that they're awake. Alright, just to show you kind of what I was referring to, I'm going to give you a quick gander at the hive next to it. Now, this is not every hive by any situation, nor any of the really active hives. By a rule. But so here, this is an insulated layer. I'm not sure we showed you this, but this is an insulated layer that we got with the bee cozies. This is burlap to absorb moisture, as you can tell. It absorbs the condensation, and it lets the condensation wick away. It lets it dry off. Alright, these guys also enjoying a little snack. I'll bring you in for a closer look. Nobody's even trying to fly today, but everybody is trying to eat. I do not consider that a bad thing. It's solid activity. So that stuff smushed on top is just some sugar that we found outside the hive, and then the bees came out looking for snacks, so we quickly just smashed it on top and ran away giggling. Alright, so that is our system. We're using a deep inner cover that has a shim built onto it, and I'll just show you that. I don't know if you can see here. There's a 1-inch shim built onto the side to let it get up and above the strainer that we're using. It was an Amazon Basics strainer that we can get. Just has that little hook on the edge of it, which is handy if the sugar sticks it down. And right, yeah. So we just kind of cobbled it together. This is the tunnel that the bees will use when it's heated by the sun. It'll enable them to come up from the bottom or out from the top to fly and do what is absolutely necessary, which is to go to the bathroom, because otherwise they don't go to the bathroom. So here you can see the bottom of the 3 holes backed with mesh to keep them from crawling out that way. They could come out this way if they wanted to. They're choosing not to. Oh, there, and I just pulled the string away, and a little lady came peeping out. All right. So there are guards at the entrances, and yeah, they look to be all in really good shape for the winter. Basically, we have until the middle of December to kind of fill them up, and get them braced for it, and then after that it's 6 weeks before I can go in and touch them again, or before I can even touch their hives again, because We are projected to get a very cold January for at least a week to 10 days. And at least a week to 10 days, we're going down to minus 28, 29 in the evenings. That's cold enough to freeze spit before it hits the ground. So once again, these are the woods where the birds and animals are very active today in their last minute winter prep. This is the annoying run of, of driving that I did on that very first day. Over there is Mulch Mountain. We'll be getting into that in the spring. I tried to work on it, but then the winter came too fast. And this is the field where the plowing occurred, and where the hay came from. And this is the first of many piles of dirt that we're going to be applying to the property in strategic areas to try and just mop up some of the dampness. So we're surrounded by a marsh, and it wants in and we don't want it in, so we're taking steps. You know, those steps involve, 30 trucks full of dirt. It involves 30 trucks full of dirt over several years. All right, thanks for joining me. Thanks for this little interim moment. I'm going to get on the other side and then turn the electric fence on. It does defend against coyotes. Some of them did try and get in here during the summer months. And so definitely, if you're in an area with any kind of predatory wildlife, I would definitely spend the money, get the fence. Okay, there's that. Yeah, it doesn't have to defend against people. People can get through it. People can push the button. All right, so until the middle of December, I wish you adieu, bon voyage, at least from the bee side of things. Light is on, bees are safe. Toodles!